Hello and welcome. In this particular video right here, I will show you how you can generate awesome coloring pages by reverse engineering the competition directly from Amazon. So say for example, you're at Amazon and you're searching for Mandela or Mandela coloring books. So if I actually go and search Mandela coloring books, book for adults, and then we have a couple of results. Let's say that, for example, you want to emulate this one, which is doing really good. Of course, they're sponsored, so they have ads for this. But let's say you want to have a look inside and you want to see what their mandalas actually look like. Now, it seems here that it's a little bit difficult to see what's inside because they have not provided a look inside. And this one was really published very, very early on, back in the day when Amazon was really a blue ocean. There was really nobody publishing on Amazon at that time. And the ones that ended up publishing a lot of books on Amazon ended up being the best and making the most amount of money. Some people have made it into $1 million business. Now I'm going to click here on this one. Now this one as well doesn't give us too much of an idea about what is inside. So we'll have to scroll a little bit more. We have this one, and of course I'm not trying to emulate and create something exactly similar to this, but I just want to give you some really examples of the true power of AI. Now it seems that here, let me just read the sample. It seems they don't allow a look through. Now I can't see inside the book. Now this is, yeah, actually we can. So let's just click read the sample. And here, if I just wait a second, we will have an idea about how this looks, which is really interesting. So if I scroll down, there's an example. This is a koi fish, I think. And there's a couple more examples of some interesting mandalas. Now, let's take this one, for example. I'm going to copy it as an image. Then I would like you to go to ChatGPT and to click on Control V to paste the image there. Or you can just simply go to the internet and find an image like that. But the bottom line is I'm going to say generate an image in a similar style of the one attached. Or instead of an image, I could say generate an illustration in the same style to the one attached or the one attached. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit the send button. Now, as you can see, right now, it is proceeding. So it isolated this image because I copied it. And that's the trick of Amazon. Now, here's our image. And really, it does look fantastic. Now, how about if you want to generate more? So I'm going to say, look, generate another one in the same style, but for a rhino, right? Let's say that you want to generate a mandala of a rhino. I don't see many people doing that. And probably in order to catch attention, this is just from the back of my mind. I'm just giving you some ideas. In order to catch attention, I would think that probably having a rhino in the front of a mandala coloring book would really be awesome, okay? Now here, you can see that we have a rhino mandala, and well, it looks really good. But right now, or as of right now, what I'm going to do is something that you find really useful. I'm going to click on the cover, then I'm going to copy the cover, and I'm going to say, learn from the attached cover and generate something similar, but with a rhino instead of a giraffe. Now, of course, I know, and I'm going to click Control V to paste the image, and I know that ChatGPT is going to actually generate a horrible image because DALL-E makes a lot of mistakes. Now, until they fix that, DALL-E is still my second choice instead of Leonardo Phoenix or Leonardo AI. But it does a pretty good job. And it's not so much me wanting it to create the cover as much as I just want it to create the design, okay? And then I will ask it, well, reverse engineer it into a prompt that I can use to generate a cover using Leonardo AI's Leonardo Phoenix model. So please go ahead. Okay. So, and what I'm going to say, be specific as to everything, even the text position, font, etc. And also make sure to not use words such as book, cover, 3D, Amazon, etc. Just briefly describe the cover design, all right? Because this one turned out to be a mock-up instead of what we want, which is a cover. Now, it contains the word volume 2. Well, we could keep that there or remove it up to, or it depends on what we want. And I want you to go, now, my bad, sorry for that. I'm going to go to this tool called Leonardo, which I've introduced you to many times. And here, I'm going to select the model preset as, or model slash preset as Leonardo Phoenix 1.0. And you can already see some examples of what it can do. So for example, here, these are some covers for a hormone balance for women ebook cover. Now, I'm going to go back here, and as you can see, it kind of gave us a prompt, except for this one is really long. So I'm going to say this one is really long, all right? Really long. Could you just shorten it, and make it more, more concise? Because, I mean, it's true that one is nice, but it's really huge, okay? So it's pretty big. All right, so here we have a different one. And now I'm not sure what this is going to do, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit the, go to Leonardo and paste the prompt instead of the other one that I had here. And here I'm just going to remove any excess space. And I'm going to go for 1 by 1 inches just because this one is a square book. It's 8.5 by 8.5 inches. So it's a square resolution. And so I'm just going to be creating using the quality mode and dynamic style. And I'm just going to hit the generate button. And I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to click the generate button again so that it does 2 jobs, right? So that we can have a lot more options. Now, I could have just gone and chose to generate not 4 images, but 8 images at a time. But I think spinning the wheel twice is better. Now, here, what it will do is it will generate a cover for us. Now, what we have done just now is pretty much the process of creating a book on KDP in a short amount of time. So from creating the coloring pages are made simple using DALL-E 3 to even creating the cover also made easy using AI. So in order to compete with a book like this, for example, what I would do if I were you is I would create a book with an awesome looking cover, awesome looking coloring pages with AI, and I would push the book using ads, Amazon ads on a low budget of $2 to $3 per day. And I'll just get it selling. I would also get a couple of my friends to purchase the book at first, maybe a couple of 10 to 20 friends so that we can get those initial ratings. And I'll just get that book up and running, okay? And I think that that's how you should do as well, because this is a pretty good niche. This author has racked in, I think, thousands of dollars from this one book alone, potentially. Now, let's go back to Leonardo to check the beauty of our work. And as you can see, we have some really interesting coloring book designs. For example, here we have this one that says mindfulness coloring for adults. And you can see we have a rhino. Now, the good thing is, well, this is pretty good, but what I want is something more abstract. So I'm going to say I want the cover to be something more abstract, Mandela style, and to focus on the rhino face instead of body, and also the title should stick out and be clear. In other words, what I'm doing is I'm not satisfied with this quality that we have generated here. Not that this is not good, but this is definitely not the same quality. This, don't get me wrong, this one could be probably not liked by some people. But the reason why this book is doing well, I would have to attribute that to the book cover. Trust me, the cover is what sold and made this book really sell, right? And you can easily tell that. Now, here, we will have ChatGPT doing another iteration of the prompt. This time, let's say, is going to be a different version, I hope, and I'm just going to be doing it one time. Now, I'm not using flow state here in terms of the Leonardo. I'm just using classic mode, and I'd probably just let you, or probably I also recommended you to do the same thing. And so here, Leonardo's proceeding, so it's probably going to take about 60 seconds in order to generate this as well. So I think we should have to be patient for that amount of time. So let's just wait a second here. All right, so we have a couple of results. Mainly, I would pick this one to be the one that you would go for. And potentially, you would have to also go ahead and give mindfulness coloring for adults. You'd have to give it a change it in terms of the size. And we also showed that using Leonardo Magic Studio. So that's pretty much it. Maybe we could edit the prompt a little bit to give us better results. But just the fact that it has designed this rhino face right here is actually even more than enough, because I can easily show you right now that with this image, you can actually copy it. And you can go to Canva, you can create a design, then you can actually go ahead and select custom size as the design, as the particular design. In this case, I would go 8.5 by 8.5. Well, instead of pixels, let's go inches. And I just want to show you that with the help of Canva Magic Studio, you can actually refine this into a beautiful piece of work. Because, I mean, this is really bestseller style. Because that rhino, just like that in Mandela style, really does look the part. Now, here we have the Canva project. So what I will be doing is I'll just click Control V to paste this on top. And I'll basically just right click to set the image to the background. I'm going to set image as background right here. And basically what I will do is I will click edit. Then I will auto adjust. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click the auto adjust button. So in the adjustment option here, we have auto adjust. And basically I will go and use this option, which is called the grab text. Now the grab text option allows you to grab a text out of a particular design. So if I actually were to zoom out, I would go ahead here and grab volume. So this is not volume 2, but I'm just going to grab it. We don't need it to say volume 2 below. Now you could put the name of the author, or if you have a pen name, preferably if you want to build a legit business, then you need to have a pen name instead of using your own name. And also using your own name for a personal reasons is not safe. Now this should say mindfulness coloring for adults, okay, in white. And here I'm going to paste it, okay. Now as you can see, this is not so clear to see, right? And so, but it's really nice. Okay, now we can put it in 2 lines, but I'm going to put it in 3 lines. Then you can put it here. But notice it's not, like I said, it's not so easy to see for someone looking at this for the first time. Now I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, but Canva is known with having effects. Now you can use the neon effect, but I'm going to use the lift effect. And the lift effect enables you to add shadow to your text. And what you can do as well is you can actually duplicate the same text and put text on top of text and text on top of text until it really sticks out like that. And that is really interesting to me, right? It looks quite nice. Now what we can do as well, we can duplicate that text again, and we can use this time the outline effect. And we could take the outline and turn it into black mode. And then we can take that and put it on top. And you can see that right now, this looks really interesting, okay? After doing all of those effects, it's so easy to read that this is a mindfulness coloring book for adults. Now it says new release at the top, which pretty much is good. You can remove that by using Canva Magic removal option. But apart from this, I think that this is really nice, and this could really do well for a book cover. Now, that is pretty much it for this particular lecture right here. I hope that you've learned something useful, and I'll see you on the next update.